So in this video, I'm teaching you how to create a course using SocialGlow. Super simple, super fast. The first thing that you're going to want to have done is you're going to want to have all of your content created. Some people ask me all the time, like, inside of SocialGlow, do you have a way to create the videos? And the answer is like, no. You want to use something like Loom or Zoom or record it direct to camera on a DSLR. However you want to create your content, you're going to want to have those video files on your computer first. Once you do, you log into SocialGlow, come into the dashboard, and here on the left-hand side, you want to click on Courses, and then where it says Create New Course, you're going to click on that. You'll put in the name of the course, the description of the course, add in a thumbnail, and click on Save. So when you do that, it's going to look something like this, where you're going to have the name of the course, the description, and then the cover. Like for the end user, once you create your course, you're going to have to attach your course to a group. You're going to see the thumbnail, what you've named it, in the description, and then when you open it, they're going to see the different chapters that you have created. Some people may think about these as modules. We call them chapters, and I'll show you how to create that in a second. And then you're going to have the lessons underneath the chapters, or if you do not want chapters, you just want a series of lessons, that's not a problem at all. And you'll also be able to create a description, add any type of resources and action items. And when people click done, you'll see that they get points for their action items. And then they'll mark it as done. So this is what it's going to look like. So how do we do that? Well, like I said, you're going to have your content created. Once you have your content created, you're going to come into settings. And so drip settings are if you want your content dripped out, like lesson 1, like somebody enrolls in the course, when somebody joins the course, they're going to be able to get lesson 1 and then lesson 2, lesson 3. Or if you wanted to start on a specific date, maybe you're doing a launch and you want everybody to start on a certain date, you could do that. So I'm going to leave the drip settings off. If you just want it evergreen, you're going to leave that off. The members, a course has to be attached to a group. It has to be attached to a community. When you do this, you're actually going to increase the engagement of the course, meaning people are going to watch the videos, they're going to complete it, they're going to start sharing what they're learning if you'll create a community with the course. So you can't just host a course with SocialGlow, you have to come into the members area here and you're going to have to select one of the groups that you've created. And so you're going to have to do that. The other thing is, if you just want to show this to specific members, you can turn that toggle on and then you can add the specific members that you want, and then you'll see members. If you're just starting here, you're not going to see the members yet, but this is where you're going to see the course members, you're going to see their progress. If you need to delete somebody, you can do that here, okay? Now, the structure is where you're going to start building out your course. Now, there's two ways when you're building out the content. It's either adding a chapter and then lessons inside the chapter, or you can just do lessons. So the way that I have this sample built out is ab workout is a chapter and then you have lessons. So I like thinking of chapters as like modules, and then here's the lessons, the content that supports that module, okay? So if you're going to create this, let's just say we wanted to add another lesson, you would come in here and you'd add the name of it, you'd add the description, and you can format that description however you would like. You can even add links into that description if you need to link to certain things. You're going to want to upload the video content. If you want to insert a YouTube, a Vimeo, or a Wistia link, you're going to put it here. I recommend just uploading it to SocialGlow. That's what I would do. If you want to have a transcription, you can add that here. And then if you want to add resources, MP3s, PDFs, you can do that here. And then you're going to click to add action items, and you type in here whatever you want that to look like. If you don't want action items, you can click that little minus button. And then you can turn this on as a prerequisite. Now, prerequisites meaning this lesson has to be completed before they have access to the next lesson. So this feature basically is just preventing your students from skipping lessons. I like people, especially when I'm building a course, everything I teach is typically building on what they've learned before. So I always use prerequisites, but some people don't, okay? And so this is what it's gonna look like here. I'm gonna show you just kind of looking at some of this. So this is like a lesson. We have the name. We have the chapter. As you're building out chapters, if you want to add them to a different one, you can totally do that. You have your description here. You can see when you add the video, it's going to look like this. Add in the thumbnail, it's going to look like this. The resources that you add, it's going to look like this. And then adding in the action items, looks like this. And again, turn on prerequisites, etc. And then you want to turn it to published. And then you're going to click on save. Okay. When you're building out your content, maybe if you're like, oh, I have to do all this sequentially, you can if you want, but the cool news is these little drag things, you can move this content. You can even move it into different chapters if you want. So it's no problem. This is one thing I love about SocialGlow is if your course is kind of ever evolving, you can just always come in here and drag and drop, add new content as you need to, right? So that's going to be how you build out the course. And then once you're done, you're going to click on published. It's going to look like draft until you publish it. But once you publish it, you're going to be good. You just click on publish. And once you click on publish, your entire course is done. And you're going to see that when you come into your group, you're going to see course. You're going to see it published here. The thumbnail, and then name of the course, and then description. When your students click on it, they're going to be able to see all of that. So that's all there is to building out a course. It is super easy. I have used a lot of different course builders in my day and time, and that's where it's at. And if for some reason once you have it published, if you think of something that needs to change, you just come back to courses, click on course settings. This can bring you back to right here. You can come into the structure, you can add, delete, whatever you need to do here. If you need to change the settings, all of that's here. So that's how you create a course. If you have questions, just make sure you click here on the blue bubble. Our chat support is here to help. And yeah, happy course building.